Welcome to Cruising Croatia on the Katarina with Daniel Hauptfeld and the Cruise Amigos, Part 2.
Katarina. And here's inside. Here's one of the rooms.
That was exactly the room where I was in. Just on the other side.
Excellent. And there we go.
That's the room on the deck.
And look at that. Look at the size of that. That's incredible.
Wow.
Here we go.
That's the cabin below deck. You can see the two portholes.
And that's much bigger than we thought it would be. That's
yeah.
Chillie,
Yeah.
you can bring a friend. Look at that
Yeah,
shower
you can.
out there.
And
Oh,
this
no,
is the bar.
that would keep me busy for a good bit of the week.
Now, this is the bar. This is
That's the saloon that I was just showing you.
Yeah.
And the TV in the back over there, you can see where they were watching.
where they're hopefully going to celebrate for them a victory. Or Paris Saint-Germain there might be the first time they win it. You never know. It's going to be interesting. That's top
we'll
deck.
see.
This is something.
That's where I started, and I'm walking now back to the top deck.
This is Chillie would appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if Chillie was on board, Daniel, you wouldn't get Chillie out of there.
I'd have a cocktail in one hand and my fat body in the hot tub.
Our waiters serve clients up in the
Nice.
in the deck.
There's lots of room, isn't there, as well? Look at that. Fantastic.
Wow.
That picture shows you what is it all about. Sailing, we are always close to the shore. We are never on the open sea. So we are always within 2 or 3 miles of the shoreline.
And just to show everybody, sorry, Chillie, very, very quickly, just to finish off with this, just to show everybody where you are. This is Primiston. There we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Stunning, isn't it? I mean, that's absolutely stunning. And what a way to watch the sun going down on board with a cocktail in the jacuzzi, Chillie.
That's my cup of tea right there.
And that's my cup of tea as well.
What kind of protocols have you had to initiate because of COVID?
Well, we actually acted before our government, or let's call it our CDC in Croatia, because they were all worried about hotels, restaurants, and different businesses, and tourism in terms of cruising was, let's say, left alone. So together with our captains, we put in a number of things that we wanted to put in place in order to have clients feel safe on our ships. And then we did that during the lockdown, and we were watching what other bigger cruise companies are saying, what should be done, what should be all sanitized, and so on. And then when government asked us for ideas, because they had to put official, let's call them guidelines in place, we got even lower guidelines than what we were thinking and what we managed to do on our ship. So, of course, ship is being cleaned much more regularly than you would expect. All the crew must wear masks when dealing with clients, especially while serving food. We do not have buffets anymore. We had all buffet style types of breakfasts and lunches. So all service now served on a plate. The server actually brings you your plate, and then you can ask for additional salads or whatever you would like. Even in the breakfast time, they will give you. They actually you come to the buffet table, but the server actually puts the food. You say, I want this. So only one person is dealing with the food. We have masks in every cabin for clients who would like to have one and wear it on. So that's suggestion. We upgraded the air system purifiers, so they added some. I forget the name of type of air filtering.
HEPA. I'm sure it's called HEPA. HEPPA.
Could be, because there was a couple of ways that we could have done it. And that's more, for clients to feel safer that we put that in place.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the basic things. Of course, all the general areas like the saloon, the door handles are being more than 4 times a day, sanitized again by the crew. Actually, this ship got 2 additional crew members for these couple of weeks to help with additional cleaning, let's call it.
Wow.
All right, I know you can't tell, but I'm a big fat guy. So,
we can tell.
Food is extraordinarily important to me. Give me an idea what a day's menu would be like on the Katarina.
Well, this is probably what sells our cruises the best, is the food. Now, you have to remember that our ships are small, meaning we do not have much storage place. Most of our food is bought daily, meaning we have fresh food every day. We have 2. I wish I should have went and showed you the kitchen, actually. We have a chef and additional helper who are preparing the meals. But also, since we have so many ships, we actually have Katarina Line set menus, which we have worked with our local tourism university. And we actually had chefs that teach young chefs. We made like a course for all of our cooks who cook across our line. And it was not to teach them how to cook, because the cooks, of course, know their ways, but it was more to show them the new ways of the modern cuisine, what's expected in US, how to serve a fish. Typical story, do you leave the head or not? So how to decorate a soup and things like that. So we actually have set menus, and those menus were coordinated with that university. So there's a big mix of international food, but with accent on Croatian cuisine. Typical meal for a lunch it's always a 3-course meal, meaning we start either with the soup, depending on the weather. If it's too hot, then we'll give a cold appetizer, like a pasta or some calamari, cold octopus salad, things like that. Then we have a main course, which is at least 3 times a week, is a fish menu caught locally, so local fish from Croatian Adriatic coast. And then there's a dessert, and desserts, 7 days, there's 7 different desserts, and this is where chefs try to do their magic as well. Wow. And that's when most of the time ladies are asking for recipes. So the food is really something special aboard our ships.
I mean, the scenery. I mean, the one thing I noticed, John and Chillie, is that I've taken photographs from your website as well here, Daniel. Yeah, is the scenery that you go to, and the places that you go to look just stunning. I mean, I'm just going to click through a few of these incredible places.
This is a town called Rovinj in the northern Croatia, Istrian Peninsula, very close to Italy, just an hour away by boat from Venice, just on the other side from Venice.
Wow. And I mean, if you look at these,
I will be there. This is where I'm going in 2 days. This is National Park Mljet, actually, in Croatia. Yeah. I'm not going there. I'm going to the different national park.
I mean, look at that.
Roman amphitheater in Pula, 3rd largest amphitheater in the world. Of course, the largest one is in Rome. Then the second one is somewhere in Greece. Ours in Pula is the 3rd largest in the world.
And I've never heard of that. It looks absolutely stunning. You know, I'm just going to click through all these photographs.
This is Dubrovnik. A lot of people will know this town. Few facts about Dubrovnik. Probably the most famous town in Croatia. A lot of people still think that Croatia is in Dubrovnik and not Dubrovnik in Croatia. That's how famous it became. It became lately famous because this is actually where most of the Game of Thrones was filmed. This is the King's Landing. But in the history, a very fun fact from Dubrovnik is this was actually a town state at one point. So these city walls, that was the state, as you see it. It was called Dubrovačka Republika, or the Republic of Dubrovnik. And that's actually the first state that recognized U.S. independence.
Wow.
Wow.
And we thank you.
And I do have some, Daniel, I do have some bad news about there, unfortunately. And you need to be ready for this. Next year, at the moment, Chillie and myself, and we're still hoping, John, Chillie and myself are going to be there because we're actually on the Norwegian Dawn at the moment from Venice. And that is one of our stops. And one of the reasons we got on that particular cruise was because we wanted to go to Croatia. We wanted to go there. So we are going to be there next October.
Yep. Look out, folks. Be ready.
We're going to have to say hi.
Katarina Line Cruises also have departures from Dubrovnik, actually. And then
Wonderful.
we have 3 destinations that we start from. Opatija in the northern Adriatic, like I said, close to Italy. Split in the middle of Dalmatian coast, and that's the most popular route. It goes from Split to that town, Dubrovnik, and back in 7 days. And then we have routes starting in Dubrovnik because of the frequency of the flights that go to Dubrovnik. And last year, Dubrovnik actually had a direct flight on American with Philadelphia 3 times a week.
Wow.
It was canceled this year, but I'm sure it will be again on for hopefully next year.
Sure.
This is town of Šibenik.
This is the island of Rab, yeah?
This is island of Rab with the 4 bell towers. I'm going to be there on Wednesday. This is also island of Rab. This I cannot recognize.
Yeah.
That's island of Rab. On the other side, sand all over. Most of our coast is rock, and that's where we get the colors of the sea. Rocky, clear waters. And also the Katarina Line colors are these turquoise colors. Very clean.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's stunning, isn't it? Just, absolutely stunning scenery.
Daniel, lots of our listeners are bona fide travel agents. Take a moment and talk to them. What have you got for travel agents?
Well, we are, as an incoming travel agency, we are mostly oriented towards the travel agents. This is why we visit over 80 travel shows and workshops around the world. Last 4 or 5 years, we are heavily investing in U.S. market, meaning I personally go 7 times a year to United States to all the different travel shows. I have some scheduled now for September, October, and November. And I just heard that the 2 GTMs were actually moving online and were just canceled because the hotels are still not open. But the Cruise World travel show is still on for November, so we'll see. And this is actually our market. So we deal mostly with agents who then talk about us and our ideas to their clients. What's also interesting for agents is that not only small ship cruises, we offer land tours as well. We have packages of land and cruise programs. And all of these tours that we offer are guaranteed departure, they're English speaking, and they're commissionable. Meaning, if you offer it, you'll earn your commission, be it for 2 clients or for a whole ship. So all of our cruises you can book per cabin, or you can book a couple of cabins. We have guaranteed departures,
Or the whole ship.
or you can charter the whole ship.
Wonderful.
We have groups from US that take 2 ships, and then they go, because it's 36 clients, and they
Sure. Yeah. Hey, I can just think of the Vikings. Our ship's gonna beat your ship.
Usually they put wives on one ship and husbands with children on the other.
There we go. So it's a little bit free for them once you get on the ship and get going. So that's wonderful.
I hope you've enjoyed cruising Croatia on the Katarina. Please join us for the final part 3, with Daniel Hauptfeld and the Cruise Amigos. I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry, so if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.